self-sabotage, a powerful yet generally speaking an unconscious force that gets in the way from us achieving our goals and creating the change and transformation that we're desiring both in ourselves and in our life. Habits, thoughts, traits, and behaviors that stop you from living your full potential. Let's explore what it is, why it happens, and most importantly, how you can start to transform self-sabotage. Self-sabotage often occurs when our beliefs, thoughts, actions, and behaviors actually hinder us from progressing towards our goals or achieving success. And the hard thing is, it often happens in ways that we don't initially realize, sometimes ever, or if we do, it's really after the fact. Despite our best efforts to move forward and create the life of our dreams, despite our best intentions, we often unconsciously engage in patterns of behavior that contradict and undermine our success, well-being, and overall happiness. These patterns often take the form of procrastination, perfectionism, self-doubt, negative self-talk, avoiding opportunities, getting hungry, tired, or sick at times where we're really wanting and craving consciously to show up as our best version of self. At the core of self-sabotage, there is a conflict and a contradiction between what we're consciously saying that we want and desire, and subconsciously the beliefs, the patterns, the thoughts, the behaviors that we're really holding on to, and even this identity that we have of ourselves. It seems so confusing and counterintuitive learning this at first, because you're like, why would I do that when I'm consciously saying that I want to be successful, I want to have more money, more love, I want to have beautiful friendships, all of these incredible things that you're consciously saying that you want and you crave and you desire, and you do, and I don't want to take away from that. But unfortunately, as the subconscious is operating, as we know, from a place of familiarity and safety, a lot of the times the things that we desire are things that we haven't yet experienced, are things that we haven't yet made familiar, and therefore they're simply deemed as unsafe due to potential unresolved traumas, issues, or even beliefs that are contradictory from the conscious desires. Our mind will activate different parts of us that have different self-sabotaging behaviors to try and pull us back into our comfort zone and into that net of safety. This disconnect between what we consciously want and subconsciously what's going on underneath the surface is what then creates the self-sabotaging behaviors and patterns that we experience. Self-sabotage is, generally speaking, rooted in fear, unresolved emotional issues, and limiting beliefs about our worth, capabilities, potential, or even our safety. If we haven't created safety and familiarity around the things that we want, it believes that these desires and the success that it will bring may lead to rejection, failure, shame, or discomfort. These are all things, remembering that whether they're real or perceived, they will be categorized as bad and unsafe to the subconscious mind until we make it familiar, both through visualization and through taking small, consistent, aligned action to show our subconscious and find more proof and more evidence that those things are actually safe, that the success that we want is safe, that the money that we crave is safe, that the loving relationships that we desire, they are all safe, and that we've done the work to create the belief systems and the neural infrastructure to actually align with the things that we're calling in and that we're desiring. I love looking at self-sabotage through a parts work lens. And when we're experiencing a behavior such as procrastination, perfectionism, overworking, underworking, working on the wrong thing entirely, doing something over here when we want to be and knowing we should be doing action over this way, snoozing our alarm, or even drinking too much alcohol, eating unhealthy foods, these are all things that could be perceived as self-sabotaging behaviors. Viewing all of these patterns of behavior and seeing them as a part of you that has been activated with a certain strategy that it is utilizing to keep you in what is safe, familiar, and comfortable. We go much deeper into this in the Bloom method so that you learn and understand how to work with these parts of you, how to connect with them, and actually how to transform, alchemize, and create different strategies and approaches for them to show up in your life and in your internal world. For now though, even having the awareness that self-sabotage is parts of you that are activated, that are really trying to do their best to help you out, even though it does not seem like it and you might be frustrated and fed up with these cycles and patterns of behavior, having compassion and looking at these parts through the lens of curiosity can be truly transformational in itself. The subconscious mind adopts self-sabotage as an approach to keep you safe. It is a defense mechanism when it perceives threat. So when there's an alert of threat or lack of safety, self-sabotage can surface. Again, remembering it doesn't matter if it's perceived or whether it's real. Once you understand this deeply, there's no such thing as a part that actually genuinely is trying to sabotage you. It simply is using different strategies to bring you back to your comfort zone. And that can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you are really clear on your conscious desires and how you want to move forward in life. It can seem like there is this invisible force that keeps pulling you back, pulling you away from what it is that you're actually wanting to move towards. But the more that we understand what's going on here within the subconscious, the quicker that we can actually alchemize the limiting beliefs, behaviors, and patterns that these parts are holding onto and start to move forward.